Yeah.
Talk to you guys afterwards. You can come to the media room and we'll open it up to you now. So,
I'll be right there.
who did real well today? Who stood out to you?
Oh, I don't know. I mean, we'll go back and look at it. I mean, I think there was a lot of good things. But in terms of getting into individual guys, I want to go back and grade them up and see where we're at and go from there.
We did hear through the grapevine there were a couple of really nice picks. Can you talk about that at all, Crawford, Dallas, or you don't want to talk about anybody?
What did the grapevine say?
That Dallas, it was deflected, I think, off somebody.
Yeah, I think Dallas had one and Gracie had one, I think. Good plays. I think both of them were in the low red zone, save points, so that was good.
Is this what you want to see, like offense, defense, both making plays, or do you prefer? A lot of in the old days, the offense couldn't move the ball at all. I mean, do you like having it both ways, back and forth?
In terms of what?
In terms of you see a big play on offense and the defense will get a sack.
Yeah, I mean, those things happen. So, I mean, then the next series, the offense got to respond, or if they're running the ball well, they got to run the ball well. I mean, it's whatever the situation is. So, again, I just like, we got to get rid of the selfish penalties and the operational penalties. We had a couple too many of those, and we got to protect the ball. There's going to be a deflection. That's part of the game. But in terms of just putting the ball on the ground at tailback, we can't do that. And we did that one time today in a bad situation. So, again, those are the things that I look for. Who's playing with poise? Who can play the game cleanly? Who's communicating? Who doesn't get rattled? Just those little things. That's what we're looking for.
Obviously, a lot of movement. Ones and twos and threes everywhere, but on the offensive line, especially. About the defensive line, were you encouraged by what you see? Any pressure out of them?
Yeah, no, I think it's good. I think there's a lot of plays where, they would argue that there was a sack and things like that, but we let it go so we can see if the ball would be defended down the field. And so again, we'll learn a lot here. I would say, everybody took probably between 35 and 45 reps, the ones and twos. So. Again, probably half a game, which is good. Good start for us. We're clean. We're healthy. Got a nice opportunity to get a break now. Everybody handle their business, and then we'll come back and finish it.
Over the break, we've talked about what the kids are doing. What are you guys going to do? Is it just sort of figuring out a new depth chart based on this, and some other putting in new plays? I mean, what are you sort of working on over the next week plus now?
Just a lot of things. A little bit more long term than just the last 6 practices, because the last 6 practices are kind of mapped out already. But just where are we going in May, June, July, and August, in terms of what we have to get done, and if we are going to visit some places, where we're going to go visit and getting that situated. And obviously recruiting doesn't stop, so there's a lot of things that we got to do yet.
How disruptive is Quan now compared to his freshman year practices, and what sort of growth have you seen?
Well, I think the biggest growth with him right now is that he's studying the game. He's not making as many mental errors as opposed to just relying on his talent. I think he's matured in that respect, and then he's got more weapons now. He's stronger, so if he wants to power you back, he can power you back, and he's explosive. He still has a great motor, even though he's gained, he's 260 now. So again, he's studying it, and he's doing all the right things. So we just got to keep pushing him.
What do you assess how Brad's done this spring, and also just maybe some differences from a year ago?
Well, I mean, he's a leader now. I mean, he's there's a difference between being the quarterback and being the quarterback who's the leader. And I think right now he's the leader. He's very comfortable in his skin, he's just imposing his will on things a little bit more. And if he doesn't like something, sharing it and communicating. And you can really, when you're out there next to him, you can really hear just a little subtle coaching points. He's waiting for the play to come in, but he's talking about Stacy about the last play, or he's talking about Rashawn, or when they get a break, they're talking about little things. So it's good to have those guys, though, because Brad's a kind of a gym rat, Stacy's a gym rat. Rashawn's really made a lot of progress with that. Stan Dobart, so all those guys talk ball a lot, which is great because Brad can do it.
We've talked about wanting to see him take over that leadership role. What is kind of the next step after this for him?
No, I think that's it. I think he's doing it. Again, really tough situation for him a year ago. Not having been here for, he wasn't a red shirt and he didn't come in January. So to ask him to lead, obviously you got to have a quarterback that's a leader. So we had to push him in that before he was quite ready. But now he's comfortable with it. Christie. So you know, I don't think he just has to be himself now. He's doing a good job of it.
Has Gus been your best back?
You know, I know you guys want to live in that world. You know, I just we're so long away from being, you know, the end state. You know, like the best back, you know, signifies the end state. We're so far from that right now. And he's getting better. He's doing the little things right. He protected the ball well today. He doubled when he was in trouble. He's seeing it really well right now, Barry. And Joe brings another dimension, and we just got to keep pushing Chalk. And I think Chalk's going to be all right once he, you know, kind of adheres to a process. He's not consistent right now, which is making him consistently inconsistent.
All right, guys. Last question.
Special teams, did they kick today?
Yeah, Badgley hit one from 57.
Really?
So he's a rocket. So good. He's stronger than he was, and you know, we did a couple extra points and things like that. We put him out there for 50. It was either 57 or 58, but he banged it good. So he's got a strong leg, and I told him before in the pregame, just his leg, the ball's coming off his leg better than it had been. So that's good. And other than that, we're just working specials during the week. We might do a little bit more next time with scrimmage, but not too much more than we're doing right now.
Great.
Okay.